That was before you was born? If I was in the sixth grade, I'm sure it was.
Before I was born too, honey.
Oh, so you just got the song, you just heard the song later on?
Yes, but it's now.
God, I don't know why that song
I
popped up in my
listen to
head.
white radio.
You know, they say when you get a certain age, what you once a man, twice a child.
It don't have nothing to do with that.
Oh. Good evening to those of you on social media. God didn't make little green apple. All right, I'm gonna quit singing that. What's the name of that radio station? WN 860 AM in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, tomorrow morning. Plus and passed on the radio in Milwaukee, Wisconsin in the morning.
Debbie is cooking it. Debbie is editing. I don't care what nobody says. Good.
That's what we're gonna be talking about in the morning. All right, y'all ready to do it? Are you talking to me, Essence? Are you calling me sweets? Well, hey, baby, how you be? What when I said the top of what's what?
Tell me like it is.
All right. Oh, she wasn't. Oh, you wasn't talking to me. Excuse the hell, man.
Yes, you heard that.
Huh?
I guess you heard that.
I guess I heard that.
The views and opinions expressed on this talk show are those of the talk show hosts, the producers, and the persons
Let's
appearing
do
on the
it, man.
program, and do
I'll be
not
sweet
reflect the
somebody.
views and opinions of the SDP network. This program may include strong images and language and may not be suitable for all audiences.
Big head pastor.
Viewer discretion
You
advised.
going? What you say? 40 seconds. And just when you thought it would say it is absolutely, positively not a good Wednesday evening to hear what began to steal the most controversial television talk show anywhere on the planet, with the most controversial television talk show anywhere on the planet, with the most controversial television talk show host, me. Hoping that your day today has been simply marvelous, no matter what it is that you've been doing all day long. Hope that you have had a great time doing it and that you're ready for our show on tonight. I'm just going to talk about some things tonight, if you don't mind. I may even open up the telephone lines for people all over the Mid-South area, and those of you by the thousands that watch me by way of social media. I just want to tell it like it is tonight. If you don't mind, I just want to tell it like it is. I just left the Southgate Shopping Center here in Memphis and left a grocery store by the name of Save-A-Lot. In January of this year, that store, which had been Kroger's for a number of years, closed that particular location, closed another location here in the city of Memphis. We start begging people in the community, a lot of preachers and things of that nature, leaders, started begging, Lord, what is us gonna do? The white man done took his ball and ran home. We had no plan. We had no plan for bringing a grocery store into that area. Today, the ribbon was cut. In just a little bit less than, maybe right about 6 months, a grocery store chain is now back in the South Memphis area. I was there with Ed Ford Jr. and Ed Ford Sr. The city mayor was there. Many officials were there on today. And Mayor Jim Strickland did give City Councilman / Commissioner-elect Edmund Ford the kudos for bringing this particular, not Save-A-Lot, it's Cash Savers, excuse me. Did I say Save-A-Lot? Cash Savers, Cash Savers, not Save-A-Lot, Cash Savers, into the community. That was a great crowd of persons. The store had a whole lot of sales and stuff going on. And I think the guy that went in, I think they were giving away stuff, and he bought me one of them great big packs. Hump that, Matthew, I'm gonna give this to you. A great big pack rather, of a Circle B smoked sausage. Thank you, my friend. It was good to see so many viewers of this particular television program at the store. But what I saw there is what I call empowerment. Okay, I saw black politicians. Reginald Milton was also there. Come together and formulate a strategy to empower that community to be able to go to a grocery store in their community and not have to travel across town. That's the issue that we in the black community, we must learn to empower ourselves, okay? Empowerment. If you have no power, you are nothing. And we as a people, being the majority in the city of Memphis, should always grasp onto anything that is going to give us power, okay? And those of you around the country, as I shared with you last night, your power is not in the protest of the marching and the kumbayas and we shall overcome and listening to the Martin Luther King speeches. That is not empowering you. That's maybe taking you back down memory lane to a different time. But what are you going to do right now? What is your empowerment plan? What is it that you are going to do as a race of people that is going to lift you up by your own bootstraps? What is it that you're going to do that's going to make you stop begging white folk and all other kind of folk for handouts and favors and create your own wealth for yourself? I read a lot. I read a lot. It's more than just a book, young man. I read a lot of books. And one of the books that I've read over and over again is a book by Claude Anderson that talks about black labor, white wealth. Black labor, white wealth. And I just want to tell you tonight the way it is. Many of you as black folk, you work, you labor, you sweat to make white folk rich. Yeah. Well, a guy have a job. You work to make white folk rich. Can't get mad at the white folk. Okay, no. Don't get mad at the white folk for using you for their empowerment. But what are you going to do to empower yourself? Let's go back and look at who we are as a people. We as a people, what are we taught? What are we taught from the womb when it comes to wealth in the black community? You are taught, go to school, get a good education now, and do what? Get a job. Wait a minute, let's say that again. Go to school, get a good education, and do what? Get a job. You are not taught to create wealth. You're not taught that you should have your own business. Go to school, get your 9 to 5, get your 40 hours in, and be happy. Live happily ever after off of your 40 hours after you have taken your 40 hours out of your lifetime in a given week and made the white man rich. Yeah. You don't think about wealth. You don't teach your children that they can be anything else other than a basketball player or a football player. Many in the black community have been taught that that's where the wealth of black folk are going to come from. You either going to run a football or dribble a basketball, or you might get a chance at being a rapper. That seems to be what we think wealth is all about. Again, if you ever find the book by Dr. Claude Anderson, Black Labor, White Wealth. Black labor, white wealth. Why is this country said to be the richest country in the world? Because it had 300-400 years of free labor. If I got a business and you got a business, we got the same kind of business, same identical kind of business. In your business, you got 5 employees. In my business, I've got 5 employees. If you don't have to pay your 5 employees, and I have to pay my 5 employees, whose company is going to be the richest? He who had free labor. This country, whether white folk want to understand it or not, was made rich off of the backs of black folk, not white folk. It was made the land of opportunity, an opportunity for us to make money and enrich ourselves and empower ourselves off of you. Are you getting where I am tonight? There is no power in our community unless there is some economic empowerment. Okay? Not freebies, not EB&T, not Section 8, not handout. But until we strategize in the black community and create ideas and formulate plans of economic empowerment, we will stay in this condition that we find ourselves in. Our leaders, they marched, we shall overcome, And y'all still sing that tired ass, negative ass song. What's negative about it? That is, we shall overcome, which means that your empowerment has not come. You brag about you can go to the same bathroom that white folk go to. You go to the same schools. You get an opportunity. Then when does the words of the song, when do we get to the verse that says we have overcome? Because we as a people have not as of yet overcome. You still looking for the crumbs that fall from the white man's table, and you are fearful, excuse me, to discuss your liberty. You are fearful to talk about liberation. Many of you do not want to talk about your empowerment because you feel you're going to hurt the white man's feelings if you talk about something positive that you want to have. Many of you do not feel that you're supposed to have anything but a 9 to 5. That's all you think. That's all you think that you deserve because your mama them, they just had a 9 to 5 if they had a job. Your grandmama them just had a 9 to 5. So what is supposed to give you hope and aspirations of greatness? Running a football, or dribbling, or basketball. Well, our leaders have failed us in this country because they have not brought you economic empowerment. They've taught many of you to just hold on to what the white man gives you. I was reading something the other day that was talking about welfare and was talking about the EB&T card. And I was reading where many black women on that particular post were talking about the government owed me something. I'm going to get it as long as something free. And as long as you got that free mindset, your ass will never have anything. You'll never ascertain greatness because greatness is not in free. Greatness is in working for what you want. And we as a race of people have not created our own economic foundations. I'm going to be on the radio in the morning in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, on WNOV AM 860 in the morning. And the subject, I'm going to be on the Jermaine Reed show. It's called the Rise and Shine Moment Show. In the morning, I'm going to be on there about 9:30 Central Time in the morning. And the topic of discussion is going to be prosperity in the church. Are they selling false hope? If your pastor is only teaching you that you got to die and have some, you the damnedest fool in the world for setting up and listening to a death message. If the preacher every Sunday is talking about death, and when you get over yonder and he's not telling you how to function over here, you need to get your ass up and walk up out the door because he's giving you a negative death message. Touch your neighbor and say, death message. Okay, death message. You can't have nothing till you die and go to hell. You can't have no golden slippers. You can't get you no wings. You can't walk around nowhere but heaven. When the black church reaches the point that it begins to empower its people, ain't a damn thing on this planet that we as a people can't do. With over $40 billion going into cross-church pulpits per year. Why is it that we have no empowerment in this country? Because, damn it, you want to listen to the preacher, get all of it. He gonna and tell you gonna get yours by and by when the morning comes. But he getting his right now. You a damn fool for setting up and you listening to that crap. Yeah. You listening to that crap. When you don't understand that there is a systematic plan put in place so that black people are not empowered. Many of you want to think that he who oppresses you loves you. It's just like a woman saying that she loves her husband and he kicks you in your ass every week. Every Friday, you can look forward to a good ass whooping. But you will cry out, my man loves me, but he's whooping your ass. That ain't love, baby. And sometimes you become so adjusted, so used to an ass whooping, you kind of get disappointed when the ass whooping don't come. How come he didn't whoop my ass today? He been whooping my ass all these years. I knew I did something that deserved an ass whooping today. That is the programming that is taking place in our lives when we talk about wealth in the black community. Can I tell you something? That your oppressor does not love you. Am I saying that all white folk are bad? No. I'm just talking about history. Mr. White Man, I'm not mad at you. I understand your history. I understand who you are. So don't call me, because sometimes white people want to call me a racist. First of all, you got to understand the word racist, and when you look at the definition of the word racist, I can't be that, because racist means that if I'm a racist, I'm one who can control another race. Black folk have never been able to control anybody, any other race. We can't even control what we do in our own homes and on our own jobs and in our own communities. So we can't be racist. We can be prejudiced, and every man on this planet is prejudiced. You're prejudiced to a certain extent. You ought to want to see more money in your household than you want to see in somebody else's household, but you have been systematically programmed to hate who you are. You cannot be black and be a racist. Quit allowing white folk to define who you are. Give you your definition. Just like you better quit letting white folk give you your leaders. These young Negroes that I see now that you want to call yourself activists, and you've never been active in anything. You have no history of being active in anything but putting teddy bears on a damn post. You ain't educating. You have not sat down and created a strategic plan of educating and formulating ideas to change the mindset of our people. But you are activists. White folk come to you. And can I jump on a politician? Can I jump on a young politician that I supported in the race? Can I jump on him? Can I tell on his ass this evening? Oh, Pastor Span, don't tell on him this evening. Politician that told me he's going to do better, but he lost the race, and because of his ambition, he'll stab a member of his own family in the back. Oh, Lord. I shouldn't tell it, shouldn't I? I shouldn't tell on his ass, should I? Should I spare? No, I can't spam. No. Spell not and cry loud. No. Justin Forward. Man, I told you that when you come wrong, I don't give a damn about your advertising dog. Because I ain't for sale. But when you come wrong, I got to deal with you. Justin, you lost your Senate race because you didn't work. You didn't work to win. You didn't campaign. You were excited about your last name being Ford, and you didn't think that you had to go out into the community. Your uncle had 1,000 signs that your aunt had at one time. Put your name on about 300 or 400 of those signs for you, didn't charge you nothing, and you wouldn't even come get the signs and put the signs out. You lost the race because you were too dumb to do what politicians have to do, and that's get up off your ass and go into the hedges and highways and compel folk to vote for you. You were lazy, brother. You thought that your name would save you. Now, your uncle, Ed Ford Sr., your uncle, your brother, your daddy Joseph's baby brother, Ed Ford Sr., has already let it be known that he's going to run for the City Council District 7 seat. He's also wanting to be appointed to the seat when Ed Ford Jr. takes a commission seat. You already know that. That's in the family. But how could you, Junior, go and get with Steve Morrow's group? You go to the city council meeting yesterday trying to get the city council to appoint you in a position that you know that your uncle won't. And when you will stab a member of your family in the back, you ain't worked a day. You ain't what the little bird left on the fence. You ain't sugar, honey, iced tea. You got to be cold-hearted. You got to be overly ambitious. You got to be a Negro that white folk can buy your ass when you decide that you're going to stick a knife in your own uncle's back. Damn. You didn't put in no work for the office. Yeah, that was some candidates that run off of, they won for nothing other than their name. Wanda Howard, Janice Footlove ran. They won solely based on their name. They didn't do no real campaigning. They didn't have no money, but the name was out there. Yes, you paid me. You paid me for advertising, but you can't buy me. And I'm not going to allow any politician, I'm not going to allow anybody to bring deceit into our community. Just that's wrong. That's wrong. But white folk are buying niggas every day in this town. They're buying you ambitious Negroes. You're betraying the trust of the people because of your ambition or because you need a job. One, you ain't burying no dead folk, so you need a job, but you would stick a knife in your uncle's back. Well, brother, it's not gonna happen. And I'm gonna tell you point blank, Justin, and I like you, young man. But please understand that you will show your true colors if you file a petition to run against your own uncle. Now, he invites you to do it. I just left the funeral home. I just left here to see you. He invites you to do it. But ain't nobody gonna give you no money. They don't trust you with money. They know what you do with money. They know about all the bad checks you write. That's where you had to give me my money in cash, in a cashier's check. And I went to the bank as soon as you gave me the cashier's check, because hell, I didn't know whether you was at the house printing your own cashier's checks. But I served this community notice that I'm gonna tell it like this. I don't give a damn who you are. Ain't nothing you can do to me. I don't depend on none of these preachers, pastors, politicians for my livelihood. So you can't buy me. You can't come to me with that. But you want to be a part of this instant runoff thing, and you think that the white folk gonna choose you because you are a good nigga. And see, what white folk do is when they pick you, they hand pick you good niggas. What white folk do, these power brokers, these bigots, these white supremacists do, when they get in their white supremacist meetings and they get into the bigot meeting, they laugh at you. Oh yeah, the white folk laugh at you. We done bought ourselves another nigger. That nigger gonna do whatever we say do. Yes, he will. They laugh at you. They have no respect for you because they know that you are elected. And it's time out all across this country, not just in Memphis, but all across this country, that we expose that Negro that is going to be the Judases of our community. I was reading, I got a couple books in here. There is nothing that is happening to black folk that is not planned. Okay? Ain't nothing not planned. I was reading another book here by a guy by the name of Michael Porter. He wrote a book that's entitled Kill Them Before They Grow. The misdiagnosis of African American boys in American classrooms. Kill them before they grow. Program them for mental institutions. Don't program them to be lawyers and doctors and head of corporations. Don't groom them to learn a trade and get themselves started on the road to success by creating their own industries and creating their own businesses. Let's kill the Negro boy off before he grows into a man. When I read this book, I started relating to some things that have happened to us in our history. Kill them all. Do you think that the things that are happening in Black America right now were not planned? Let me give you something. How many of you mamas giving y'all babies infamy, Similac. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. I grew up on the titty. There was power in the titty. Woo. Hallelujah. There was power in the titty. Wrapping your lips around your mama's nipple and taking into your body the nourishment that God, the Creator, Allah, Jehovah, put in the titty to give you nourishment. That's the reason when you are carrying a baby, you get some milk in your titty. You get milk in both your titties. So when one titty get low, the baby can go and suck on the other titty. But most babies, especially boy babies, they love one titty over the other. God designed the titty to give you the nourishment you need. With no chemicals in it, just good old titty milk. God made milk. But then the white man came along. The white man designed similar. Infamia. And you just let all that good titty milk go to waste. What the white man do? What the white man do? The white man even gave you the chemicals that you put into your babies, into your children. He gave it to you free. The WIC program. Should be called the Wicked program. Wouldn't give your baby the titty, now you put in chemicals. And I did a show on the chemicals and what's all in those chemicals a few months ago. They even, some of the chemicals that are in some of this infamil and stuff, they use it to clean out swimming pools, and there's all types of chemicals that go into that infamil. And what you find yourself doing is creating demons in your children because you are frying their brains with the chemicals that are given to you free. Why would they do that? Because the greatest danger that the bigoted white supremacist has is that alpha male that wants to be more than a basketball player and a football player. He wants to be the doctor. He wants to be the chairman of the board. He wants to run corporations. He wants to start his own business. Have you not been concerned, Black America, as to why it is that this generation of Similac takers are the craziest children that we've ever seen? You've asked that question. Why our children act the way they act? Why is their behavior the way that it is? Why do young girls at 6, 7, and 8 years old have titties where you need to go and get them double X bras from? Why is it? It's because you're putting into them chemicals that are not only mutating their bodies, but it's diminishing their mindset. You're poisoning your own children. You wonder why they're robbing. You're wondering why they're killing. You're wondering because you gave them that damn Similac and took them off of the titty. You took them off of what God said give them. That's what you crazy as hell. You can't blame that. I don't know whether the hell you come up with that. You put chemicals, you keep putting chemicals in your body, and it's going to deteriorate you. You dumbasses don't read. You have not read. You take the information, you do not read the chemicals on the side of them. You just take them. You don't analyze, you don't go and look up what each one of these chemicals come from. You just keep putting those chemicals into your children. Baby's still made the same way. So why is the mindset of this generation of children different than they were when I was a child and the next generation behind me? Because those generations took you off the cabinet. They took you off the titty, and they started giving you government-induced chemicals. Government wouldn't do that. Acts to me and that the government infected with syphilis at Tuskegee. I need to take a commercial break, but let me say this. I don't take no damn government shots. I ain't taking no government vaccines. So I hear some of you ignorant people talking about it's nature, Pat. No, it ain't nature. God ain't stopped making babies the way God has always made babies. And some of you Negroes have been programmed to let white folk tell you that this is better for you than your it ain't nature. A child is still born the same way that a child has been born since babies start coming here. You just stopped doing what God said to raise a child, raise him up in the way that he should go. So when I hear you idiots start talking about it ain't the okay, read the chemical compounds. Go get you a damn box of Similac and read the chemical compounds in it. Then go and Google up what those chemicals are made out of. Do you want chemicals going in you that the same chemicals that go in your Similac can be used to clean out algae out of a swimming pool? Then excuse yourself. In fact, I can do it for you. I said, don't get mad because I give you truth. So, and don't come to me with that, you need to excuse yourself. Because damn it, I'll block your ass. I'll take your ass off the page. But I'm not going to allow anyone to tell folk that the chemicals that are going in you don't have something to do with you. If y'all keep saying you are what you eat, hell, ain't you what you drink too? You kill your kidneys because you keep on drinking hard liquor. Chemicals that you put in your body. You put heroin in your body. That's a chemical. Does it not destroy you? You putting crack, you smoking crack. That's a chemical. Does it not destroy you? Does it not change your mindset? So why are you stupid enough to think that you can keep on taking these chemicals that are inside of Similac and other baby formulas and think that it has no effect on you? Because you're comfortable with not researching and reading, you're comfortable with what you are told without ever doing any research. Let me take a commercial break and we'll be back here on the Thaddeus Matthews Show. You got no, I don't give a fuck about y'all getting mad and getting your attitudes. If you don't like what's in, get the fuck off the page. I don't give a damn who you are. You know, I'm always looking for a great place to eat, and especially something that is close to my home. It's up here in the Milwaukee area. And I have found the place that everybody in North Memphis needs to come to, and that's mouthful of Memphis Grill, located at 30 Memphis Summit, Thomas Street. Springfield, Tennessee, welcome. If you are in the Lonnie Frazier, North, I don't have to say. Can I at least say something? You gonna let me rest my voice on commercial break if I want to, though. Stop and get your lunch. Is mouthful of Memphis right here in the Frazier. So y'all getting y'all goddamn feelings. I ain't got none when it comes to what I'm doing. I don't take no damn flu shots from the government. Now y'all may trust the government, fine, that's good. That's good. If y'all trust the government, put them shots. What's wrong? And guess what? They also deliver. So you're walking downtown and you're looking for excellent lunch and you can't get away. All you got to do is Lee Musa, I'll be on the radio in Milwaukee. Morning, girl. Everything okay? Huh? I have a foreign taste of big bones. Damn. I don't know where to start here. A mouthful of Mrs.
Spanish, I thought it had cut off.
3057 Thomas Street. If your ass is Los Angeles, you can get your ass on over. I don't take any shots that the government gives. And all of North Memphis, and you know I've been taking nothing but to make it too. Since the beginning of this ministry, y'all know what's in them vaccines. I think folks take the damn flu shot, then you still get the flu. What reason you take the flu shot if you're gonna still get the flu? I'm just saying. We have a full-size commercial kitchen as well. You can also rent this massive gymnasium that holds over 600 people by just calling Dale. Call Dale 901-435-6161. 901-435-6161. Have all your gospel concerts, have all your big meetings, all your big affairs, your free office, whatever you want, you can call Dale for use of this gymnasium. We can even accommodate your smallest meeting with our various meeting rooms. always plenty of bargaining. I invite you to join us each and every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. for our morning worship here at the Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministries. If you do not have transportation, call us by Friday, and we'll be glad to pick you up so that you can come and experience the Naked Truth.
Sleepy Z's Furniture is now Sleepy Z's Mattresses and Furniture by Michael Zelda. They don't have what traditional mattress and furniture stores call sales because their prices are always 15 to 8% off of retail stores every day of the week. They have A+ rating with a Better Business Bureau with a perfect 5-star Better Business Bureau customer review rating with nearly 400 positive reviews. More than any other Mid-South mattress or furniture company. Sleepy Z's carries the top name brand in mattresses with the Serta Eye Comfort and the Simmons Beauty Rest Black. You also can make your own personalized pillow at Sleepy Z's with their Fill Station Pillow kiosk. Sleepy Z's now has a showroom full of furniture from Signature Design by Ashford and Wincraft, and a 42-inch kiosk full of furniture for you to browse through too. Winner of the Commercial Appeals Memphis Most Best Mattress Store in 2015, 2016, and 2017. Mention me, Thaddeus Matthews, when you go in and get an additional 10% off anything in the store. Furniture and pillows. Sleepy Z's is located at 2790 Curry Wynn Road at the corner of Summer Avenue next to Hollywood Feed. You can also call the store directly at 901-692-6200.
So you want to sleep like a game or sleep with a game. Sleepy Z's by Michael Zelda is the place to go. Damn! Look, I mean, my favorite things in the whole goddamn world. M&K Men's Fashion, you know, they got 2 locations, 4696 American Way and 3719 Hickory Hill. When I come here, I feel just like the little children be doing and Christmas hat. But look, they got a complete summer sale. Man, this is the only place you need to come get your clothes at. Women, bring your men, your boys, your boyfriend, and your husband. Look, this is just a place. Look at these 2-piece suits. All soft, long, they can good as that. They got even the shoes to make. Look, I got all this thing. I like hats now. And they got hats. I got hats now for every outfit that I have. Damn, this is the place to be. You know, I love red color. I love to dress up. I love suits. Look, these are the selection of suits that I have. All these in my closet. These are the Steve
40 seconds.
suits. For those of you who like the upscale suits, this is what you need, Steve Harvey. But they also have suits for you guys who may not have graduated to this point as well. I am dressed today from head to toe in M&K Fashion apparel. Guys, look, for all your shirts, your ties, any accessory you need to look good, you need to come to M&K Men's Fashions, 46
seconds.
American Way, or 3719 Hickory Hill. And
You got 5,
you will be
4,
shopping all
3,
summer long.
2.
And welcome back to the Thaddeus Matthews Show. We're just talking about tonight, telling it like it is. Empowerment is the most important thing that we as a people can do. What's your plan to empower you? What's your plan to empower your family, your children? What's your plan, Brother Pastor, to empower the mindset of your people? Empowerment, economic empowerment. Or is your mindset consistently on working a 9 to 5 the rest of your life? When I see people working at McDonald's and Burger King 40 and 50 years old. What was your plan for empowerment? Why didn't someone tell you that there were opportunities in life that could empower you? Children in foreign countries are taught from conception how to be business owners, how to be business minded. They're not taught to be employees. We teach our children to be laborers. We teach our children to be slaves. We teach our children to work for everybody but ourselves. We don't teach our children to come up with a plan or a strategy to empower us. You want to play basketball, you want to become an overnight millionaire. And in many instances, he can run a ball, but he can't read a contract. So everybody gets rich and empowered off of him but him. He's just a great ball runner. And he gets the crumbs or the scraps that are left over. He can't read his name in boxcar letters, but he sure can run a ball. And you got pages and pages of a contract, whether it's NFL or NBA. You got pages and pages of information. Just put your X right there. You ain't ready for me? Yeah, man, this is what you need. This is going to make you a millionaire. It is going to make him a millionaire. But his millions will go to everybody else other than him. Yeah. Because we do not teach empowerment. I did a show last week on business and how to empower your business, and even gave you advertising at a dirt cheap price with no calls. No, you have no marketing skills. You got ideas for businesses, but you procrastinate. You don't do anything. You just think about, boy, I sure like to have. And you never have, because the thought never leaves your mind. You never put it on paper, and you never act on it. Our leadership deals with this justice and only wanted us to have what we call equality, and we still don't have equality. You do not, as a black man in America, have equality with white America. I'm sorry. Look at your numbers on your economics. Look at your numbers on who's in prison. They're going at your number who's in colleges. And you see that you are not equal, because the preparation has not been made. Those of you on Instagram, you're about to time out. But we'll bring you right back up. Your Instagram is only up for 1 hour. So, what's our plan? What's our plan? Empowerment. Empowerment is not freebies. It's not somebody doing something for you for nothing. I've had a long day today, and I wasn't feeling good last night. Some nights I got insomnia and I don't sleep good. Well, I've slept probably about 2 hours in the last 24. I usually give me a nap in the office, but I didn't get a chance there because I was busy creating plans of empowerment for our people. We work today on the Men Working It Out project. This project is about empowerment. I've had to explain to people, this house, which will house 8 men, is not the mission. It ain't no damn shelter. It ain't the halfway house. It ain't the rehab center. It's a faith-based residential training program. If you go to my Facebook page, you see furniture being delivered on today. Living room suite and the dinette set. The beds will be in there Friday from Sleepy Z's. No, I want to live up in there. I ain't gonna have to pick no. You notice I said it was for men 40 years old and up with a stable, reoccurring income. You won't be staying in the house free. That's not empowerment. That's charity. If I put you in a house and you pay nothing, I don't empower you to be nothing. It is going to be based on your income of your reoccurring income. You're a veteran, you get a check per month. A percentage of that check will be your living fee. You can't live nowhere for free. You can't live nowhere for nothing. I'm going to provide your breakfast, your lunch, and your dinner. I'm providing free utilities, weekly housekeeping, maintenance personnel, laundry service, CPR certified staff, basic cable, a personalized care plan, 24/7 emergency response, daily up and about checks, nutritious snacks, transportation to the doctor if you have no transportation, dining room, general amenities, mailbox, Wi-Fi. It's a smoke-free environment, drug-free environment, alcohol-free environment. You got central air and heat. Plus, then you're gonna have classes on budgeting, employment readiness, stress management, dress for occasion, finding your niche, entrepreneurship, credit repair, counseling options, healthcare options, resource centers, exercise, community preparedness. It's preparing men. And you don't prepare men giving them free. You don't give them free. Ain't nothing free in life. And as long as we keep talking about free, we do not empower our people. We become enablers, but we do not empower our people. If we keep on giving women who got men welfare, EBT card, and we don't make them work for anything, and we we think it's great that you can stand in a line and get something for nothing. That is not empowerment. That's enablement. That's me telling you it's all right for you not to work. It's all right for you not to have to get up and do anything for yourself. We just don't give you something. No, it ain't that kind of part. But we are looking for men that are 40 plus with a stable recurring income. It comes every month. Like the 1st, the 3rd, the 15th, something like that. It comes. You're a veteran or you are a person on disability or something of that nature. You get a check. It's not, and I thought I needed to make that very clear. Okay? We ain't taking no government money. I ain't taking no government grants. But you gotta pay to stay. And if you're not willing to pay to stay, you're gonna be in the wrong place. No, you can't do no drinking. You can't do no smoking. I'm gonna do a background check on everybody that comes into this facility. I'm going to hire 3 people out of the church that are unemployed and put them in some pay for their CPR certifications. So if anybody gets sick, fall out, we got somebody that knows some CPR mouth to mouth. But if I put you in there free, I am not empowering you. I'm not liberating you from your condition. I'm not freeing you from that condition. I'm allowing you to live off me for nothing. I'm letting you live free, and you used to living free, and the reason that your mindset is in the condition that it's in is because you are used to being on the government ticket. You used to somebody giving you something for nothing. So that's what this particular house is all about. The only thing that we don't, and what was the lady's name that brought all that stuff today, electronics and books and TV, and what was the lady's name? Jennifer Brown. Ms. Brown, thank you for your great contribution on today of the electronics that you brought by there, including the TV. I call a business called Shoney's Security, black security business. They're going to come out. We're going to see about them putting in the proper securities for the business. And it is business. It's business. Okay? Church is business. Quit letting folks tell you church is not busy. But there are some items that we still need, like a stove, refrigerator, washer, and dryer. Okay? Those items are still needed. We're going to take these men, once we get the 8 men in there, we're going to take those men and make them mentors for our young boys. We've got to teach our young boys how to become men. Okay? That's what we've got to do. We've got to teach our these men. See, before you can deal with changing the mindset of our boys, we got to deal with changing the mindset of men. Making them fathers, making them husbands, making them providers. We've got to create examples out of men so that these men who have now become an example can talk to our young men and change their lives. We become a transformation center. That's what we become. But no, I just thought I'd make it clear. You can't come and live free. Yeah. You can't bring your girls, friends up in there and do the do. You have to do the do at her house. You can't come up in there and do it. You can't spend no overnights in this facility. It's a residential training program. It's all about empowerment. That's totally what this program is all about. It's all about empowering our people. There are not many programs, you know, basically all of the programs are set up for women. So I decided to start with where the issue really starts, and it's with our men. It's with our young men. So, and again, you can't live nowhere for free. I don't even like that word. I ain't got nowhere to take it. No, stay where you've been staying. If you're in a high rise and you want to get out the high rise, you got a reoccurring income, contact us at the church. 435-6161. Area code 901-435-6161. Area code 901-435-6161. To formulate what we need to formulate in our young boys, and to formulate young boys into men, we've got to have men that are mentors to them. So we're creating an in-house mentoring program, a mentoring staff of men who've been out there, they've experienced some things in life, and that they can tell these young boys about it. Saturday, our girls mentoring program, from 10 until 12 o'clock, our girls mentoring program. Send your daughters or bring your daughters to Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministries, 3835 Ronnie Militant Road, 10 o'clock on Saturday, where women will be there to formulate them from adolescence into adulthood. Tell them a lot of the things that you have not told them. Okay? I'm ready, and we're ready to start taking applications now for the meeting. Okay? We're ready now to start taking applications for the men in the house. You don't have to be black. Okay? This is open for men. Okay? This is open to men. I don't care whether you're Chinese, Vietnamese, Niggerese, Portuguese, whatever your niece is, if you are a person that, hey, maybe you're tired of living where you're living, but you got a reoccurring income, give us a call. You fill out an application. I can sit there while you're right there. Let my fingers to the wall in my computer, check your entire criminal background. So you can't lie to me. You robbed 13 banks. I ain't never even been in the bank. You won't be able to do it. And that's business. That's also protecting an investment. The investment of Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministries, and the investment of those of you who have contributed and will continue to contribute to this particular ministry. Okay? We need to know who you are. I need to get this kicked off September 1st so I can start on my next level of empowerment. My next plan is an apprentice program. Okay? I want to start on this one in October. an apprentice program. What's your apprentice program? I want to find business owners throughout this community who own heating and air conditioning companies, mechanic shops. You got some kind of trade, and you're willing to take on a young man or a young woman, pay them X number of dollars, and train them in the area of HVAC. Train them how to be a mechanic. Get these individuals certified. That's what our apprentice program is going to be all about. We are in the business of naked truth of molding people, okay? Molding your mind. I just found out yesterday that when babies are born, your head ain't shaped. Because you have to keep rolling the head and shaping the head. Molding the head so that your head takes shape. Well, that's what we're doing. Men should be the head, and we're taking you and we're molding your head and giving you some shape and some form. You don't need to be no cone head or no egg head. We need to take your head and roll your head and give you some type of shape. It's hard trying to educate us. It's hard trying to empower us because we are so programmed not to be in shape, mentally in shape. All right, we're gonna take another commercial break. Then when I come back, I might open up the phone lines and see what your ideas and your mindset is about some of the things that we have discussed on tonight, here on the Thaddeus Matthews Show.
You know, I'm always looking for a great place to eat, and especially something that is close to my office up here in the Raleigh area. And I have found a place that everybody in North Memphis needs to come to, and that's mouthful of Memphis grill, located at 30.
No, I mean, it'll come up, when we come up, we'll come up from there.
If you are in the Raleigh, Fraser, North Memphis area, or even if you work downtown, you're on your way to Milton, coming from Milton, then the place that you need to stop and get your lunch is mouthful of Memphis right here in the Fraser. Look, food is excellent. They got everything that you want. They got wings.
See, when it comes up on down, it's on there.
Wholesale, ass salads, hamburgers, cheeseburgers,
Yeah.
bacon burgers. They got salads, they got fish and more, they got sides, they got everything that here. And they got some of the best carrot cake, strawberry cake, German chocolate cake, caramel cake, that you can find anywhere. And guess what? They also deliver. So if you're walking downtown and you're looking for an excellent lunch and you can't get away.
How many commercials I got left?
It's called 552-3063. That's area code 90552.
Les?
3063. I'm not going to list all two before. So I think I'm going to get myself some of this.
How many I got left on the bell? I'm gonna run down the hall.
I can make
it.
Damn, I don't know.
Damn.
They have to take it on to you, man.
Who?
Negative.
You need to get your ass on over here and get you some of this food. It's the best in all of North Memphis. You know, I can tell you nothing but to make it too.
See, we live by the dudes come up over there.
It's the third annual Brothers in Blue Golf Tournament, Friday, August 24th at Quail Ridge Golf Course in Bartow. The Brothers in Blue Golf Tournament proceeds go to help provide officers and their families in time of need. The third annual Brothers in Blue Golf Tournament at Quail Ridge is a 4-man scramble with a shotgun start at 1 p.m. Food and drinks are all included, so call today and let me sign you up. Call 901-523-7075.
That's service, professionalism, and cost. And if cost is a factor in your kind of bereavement, then you need to be going to RD non-funeral services, where a complete funeral package starts at $18.95.
$18.95? My baby spent $5,000. I told y'all don't come down here when we took a look at Harvard now. Get my stuff and let's get up out of here. I mean, let's go.
Well, but everything is going
Oh.
I hope so.
because your family is now going to do like so many families in the Mid-South area and take their loved one to all the non-funeral services where they will honor any funeral policy. You heard me correctly. They will honor any funeral policy that you will protect in any other funeral home or Bernard got you. Look, let me tell you, they also have cremations that start at $6.
All right, did y'all miss me?
$5. You can't beat the service that you're going to get in our Bernard.
Look, Watson, get that bullshit off my goddamn
Once
page.
your loved one arrives at our Bernard funeral service, they're in the hands of qualified licensed funeral directors and nurses. Our Bernard Funeral Home, located at 2764 Lamar. Give them a call in your time of bereavement. Area code 901-400-0100. Man, you at our Bernard Funeral Home now.
How many we got left? Bring you back at the shopping center.
All right. When you're looking for the best soul food in town, the only place I'm going to do is South End to the first drive on the road down. South End Station, $14.99 South End to some of the best food from the breakfast like our right here. In fact, I think I'm just kind of out right now.
Who's his agent?
We gone. Trying to be funny.
What is it?
Instead of, trying
40
to
seconds.
place for me, you paint the walls and fix the ceiling.
Ain't my motherfucking walls and
Go
stuff.
on and on.
Seconds. Ten seconds. You got 5, 4,